Hey guys, this video I'm going to share with you today is a compilation of a little bit of a glimpse into the journey of Wolfie and his transition from an outside feral cat into a cat who lives in a home. I wanted to share this with you because, over time now, what's going on is they're attempting to recreate history. They're attempting to call what I've done for 21 years something that didn't really happen or something that didn't really matter. They're going directly against the things that I've stood for and I've built and I've created legitimately successful stories out of these things. And it really matters the most to the cats. But the world needs to know that this is the way it should be done. This is the right way. This is the way to fix an animal's well-being in life. This is the way to set them off on the rest of their life knowing that you did right by them. You took everything they went through and you improved their entire situation going forward. You ensured that the dangers and the suffering that they endured will no longer be part of their life. That is my mission. So, with all positivity and everything's considered, I really want to put forth videos that show what I have done, what we have done, because it's not just me. It's not magic. It's not something I may be gifted. That's, up for debate. But me, myself, I believe anyone can do what I do. And I love to teach people that. I love to pass forward that knowledge, because if in the end, a cat's life is saved, the cat's life is righted, the ship is put back on the right track. That's what the goal is. So enjoy this video. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There will be a Wolfie video too. So there's a lot of videos that are going to be coming. So Wolfie was actually a newer resident than Wolfie, who we will later get into. It was another huge story for me, and I'm so excited to share it with everybody. But this is Wolfie. I stumbled upon a memory video the other day, and then I went back into my phone and figured out, what do I have? And I went, wow, I think this really encapsulates what I'm talking about. So hopefully all of that made sense, because some of this just doesn't come out the way that I intended to. But again, just a little intro to show you what we're doing here. Enjoy, support, share. Please pass the word forward on everything I'm doing, what I'm going through, and how we can do this the right way for cats, because I think we can do such amazing things across this entire country because I know what I was able to accomplish and what the people that I worked with were able to accomplish in this tiny little town in New Jersey. So, enjoy.
This is a result of a lot of what people do with this TNR. You can see this cat's ears have been docked. His ears are also bald from frostbite in the wintertime. You can see the edges of the ears have curled back a little bit from frostbite. You can see his coat, which used to be gray, is now brown from the sun and the weather. You can see what he's dealt with. He's terrified and scared because he's been forced to live outside. You can feel the scabs on his skin from the fights he's been in. He had no business being in. He's not a mean cat, but he'll hiss and he'll lunge at you because he's scared, because this is what people have forced him to live with. Forced him to be defensive, despite the fact that he's the furthest thing from a tough guy. People have considered this good enough for cats. Cats are never needed to live this life. We've created this problem and then we've bailed on them. We've continuously considered the very least option good enough, and then we pat ourselves on the back like we're doing them a favor. This cat is supposed to be gray. Nobody. He doesn't understand any of this. It's alright, baby. We'll get through this, kid. I know, buddy. It's all right. I hear you, man. I understand. Start petting through the pillowcase till you get a little bit of comfort, till you get a little bit of trust going. Once they feel that they like what's going on, a lot of times you can get a little breakthrough. So as you see a minute ago, he's lunging. Now he's leaning into my hand, closing his eyes a little bit. Really start to make some progress. And then within a little time, you take that pillowcase off, and now you're just kind of in there. You still gotta watch body language because the complete level of trust isn't there yet. So if you see that he's trying to make eye contact, or he's doing something where he's turning in a different position, you just have to be aware of your surroundings and what you're dealing with, and keep going with what works. He's actually purring now. So we're getting there. Kind of have to start over every day, but eventually you start making progress or where they remember, the last good experience they had with you, and it becomes easier. But you start from a very basic level, and you just, little by little, gain their trust. You form that bond, and they stand a chance. Look at him now. Come so far. So proud of him. He's doing just wonderful. To see where he came from is just incredible. He knew nothing of human contact. He had no idea that people were good at all. I had to completely teach him this. And with his cooperation and trust, this is what we've created. This is what's possible. You see the ear tip, he was discarded, thrown outside to live there. His fur is discolored from the sun. He went from a gray cat to having that brown tinge to him from years of living in the sun. And look at this guy. I know. What's up, man? He's a good boy. Such a good boy.